Today on ELN Morning.
I didn't know what was in Molly's future.
Road to recovery. We check in on Molly Offstein's progress 2 years after she was hit by a car on campus.
Walking with Purpose. How some students are raising money for a cure step by step.
All that and more?
ELN Morning starts right now.
Good morning and thanks for joining us. I'm Brian Ray.
And I'm Megan Lynn. This week marks 2 years since former ELN student and cross-country runner Molly Offstein was hit by a car at the intersection of North O'Kelly Avenue and University Drive on her morning run. Offstein, a member of the class of 2020, suffered life-threatening injuries, including a traumatic brain injury. She spent 4 months hospitalized in a vegetative state after the accident, and the road to recovery is still a long one. But former teammate Emily Smith says Offstein has made great improvements.
After her accident, I didn't know what was in Molly's future. That was so scary for me. But now it's more comforting, 2 years later, that I'm able to see that she's made so much progress, and it's made me feel so much better just to know that she's doing a lot better and that she's happy.
Smith keeps in touch with Offstein and her family and says she's able to carry a conversation with her. She says they talk about Offstein's future. She hopes to learn how to drive again soon and plans on going back to school in the future. Smith says Offstein has defied all the odds and hopes she continues to do so.
I think she has one of the best smiles that I've ever seen, so just to keep seeing her smiling and just enjoying life would be the best thing for me.
Offstein's family continues to post updates on the Facebook page Show Us Your Shoes. They plan to bring her to visit Elon and her former teammates again in May. Molly would have been in her junior year.
People across the country are still grieving after tornadoes killed 23 people in Alabama. We are joined by Sarah Smith, who grew up in Auburn, a city that was hit by tornadoes earlier this week. Sarah, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So when did you first hear about the tornadoes that were going to be hitting your hometown?
I heard about it soon after they happened on Sunday. I was getting texts from family members really all over the country asking if everyone at home was safe and okay. But it was really confusing and interesting to be here, considering I'm so disconnected from home, but yet feeling the impact so closely.
And so seeing all the photos and videos online, how did that make you feel, seeing your hometown like that?
It was really hard, especially because I can't be there to support and just to see the devastation. But it also, on the flip side, has been really touching to see the community come together to really work together to try to repair what has been so intensely damaged.
And what can we do at Elon here to help tornado relief in Alabama?
That's really kind. Just support, I think. The community down there has come together so quickly and so efficiently. They were running out of room for donations, but support, and then there's some groups that are still accepting donations and certain outlets that are accepting money for families who have lost everything. But I think the most thing is just support.
Great, thanks for joining us,
Thanks
Sarah.
so much for having me.
The temperature and moisture level in the air and wind has a lot to do with what causes extreme weather. Elon Environmental Studies professor Deborah Amaral says certain weather conditions can cause tornadoes like the one in Alabama.
But sometimes under certain conditions, when there especially is sort of extreme difference between how cold and dry it is and how warm and moist it is, they can mix in a certain way that often it's this kind of rolling that's going on, but then it easily becomes this kind of spinning that's going on. And that has a lot to do with the turning of the earth.
Amaral recommends having a plan ready in case of a tornado. And if a tornado is in your area, she advises going into a bathroom because the structure and pipes in the room will help protect you from debris.
And the final numbers are in for Elon Day. The university raised over $2 million from around the world Tuesday. More than 6,300 gifts were made, and over half of them were from alumni. The money will be used to fund 6 new student scholarships, athletics, and other organizations within the university. Relay for Life is an annual event that raises money for the American Cancer Society. Mae Vastbrook has everything you should know.
Executive Director of Relay for Life at Elon, Karina Hernandez, is getting ready for her 4th and final year planning the event.
So it's just about getting people to keep signing up, but also remembering that even if we don't hit our goal, that's okay, and every dollar we raise goes to a great cause.
Hernandez says the organization has only hit its $100,000 fundraising goal once in the last 7 years. This year, they have raised approximately $60,000 so far. Director of Entertainment Kristen Shipp says the final push is when many donations come in.
You'd be amazed how many people will sign up last minute and be like, oh, I'm not doing anything this Friday. Why not?
Shipp is one of the top donors at ELN this year. Money raised directly funds services such as cancer research grants, free housing for patients and their caregivers during treatment, and transportation to and from hospitals.
I think raising money is obviously kind of why we do all of this. And so for me, I've been really pushing everyone I know to donate if they have the capacity to do so.
The event itself won't look much different from previous years. Hernandez's favorite tradition, the Luminaria ceremony, will take place at 11 o'clock p.m.
I have spent this ceremony with one of my best friends, and the two of us always sit through it together, listen to a speaker together, and walk our silent lap together.
It's always going to be important to support people who have cancer, especially people who, even in this area or in wherever you're from, they might not be able to get to treatment, or they might not have anyone that they can talk to.
Maeve Ashbrook, ELN Morning.
To register for Relay for Life, go to relay.org/Elon.
Coming up, how one group is using their traditions to bring the Elon community together.
To this cold weather soon. I'll have the Phoenix 5-day forecast after the break.
Brian, it's been so cold out.
Megan, I know.
Our John Sarver is live to tell us if we can expect any warmer weather soon. John, what's going on?
Thank you, Brian and Megan. And yes, we will be getting some nicer weather just around the corner. We've had a nice little break from the rain, but this weekend has got some more rain. Today was a high of 50 degrees and a low of 33. As you can see, the sun is nice this morning, and students are ready to get their day started. And for the 5-day forecast, we have Friday, we have a chance of rain with a high of 45. And then Saturday, it's a high of 55 and cloudy. Sunday, the temperature shoots all the way up to 69 degrees with some rain accompanying it. Monday is a high of 63 and cloudy. And then Tuesday, we have a high of 56 and sunny. That's all for my Phoenix 5-day forecast. Brian and Megan, back to you.
Thanks, John. The clocks are springing forward on Sunday, which means it may be harder to get out of bed. Our Amanda Gibson is here to give us some tips to help adjust to the time change. Amanda, what can we do to help prepare?
Yeah, so Sunday, we're springing forward and our clocks go forward an hour, so we lose that hour of sleep. So the best thing you can do is start preparing now by going to bed 15 or 30 minutes earlier, which may not seem like much, but it'll help so much Sunday when you lose that hour of sleep. And also just not taking naps throughout the day next week is going to help adjust to it so that you're not kind of delaying the adjustment of your body clock to get used to that hour that you lost.
That's always the hard part for me, the naps.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, napping even in general in college, everyone naps, but really try not to. And looking at the sun as soon as you get up to and exposing yourself to that sunlight helps your body realize that it's time to get the day started and that it's morning and adjusting to that.
Definitely. Thanks so much for those tips,
Yeah,
Amanda.
thank you.
This weekend, students won't be shooting hoops in Alumni Gym, but striking a move. Stroll Off is an annual event put on by Alpha Phi Alpha. Greek organizations from across campus will come together to perform group strolls. Strolling is a tradition similar to hip-hop dancing. It was made popular by historically black Greek organizations and carried on by other non-Panhellenic Council or NPHC groups. Elon sophomore Yannick Tumasi is a coach for the Alpha Xi Delta team. He says Stroll Off is a small step for future collaborations with other organizations on campus.
And ultimately serving the purpose of what our fraternities and sororities are ultimately supposed to do, which is helping the community around us, while in addition making us better people.
This year, 4 Panhellenic sororities will join Alpha Phi Alpha and other NPHC organizations. Alpha Phi Alpha President Frederick Evans says the event helps bring together usually divided groups.
Get caught up on our work and just focus on the work of Alpha, the work that we do with other NPHC organizations, but we have to realize, we're on another campus with other groups of other organizations. At the end of the day, we are Greek organizations. We're all about our service. We're all about our, lifting that brotherhood and sisterhood aspect as well.
Stroll Off is this Saturday from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. in Alumni Gym. Tickets are $7 at the door.
Coming up, our Liam O'Connor is here to show us how you can fight off a cold with a sip of a drink.
Our Liam O'Connor is here with some homemade tea to keep you healthy with the changing weather. Liam, let's see how you did it.
That looks super simple, Liam. Really quick.
Yeah, I mean, it's so easy. All you have to do is add the ingredients into the water while it boils, and then you're basically good to go. The honey is delicious. You add it at the end, and it's really there to soothe your throat, as the ginger and the honey disinfects it, fixes all of those any scars that might be coming out as you're coughing throughout the weather. And then that mint is there to combat the spring allergy season that's coming in. It's there as a decongestant.
Good to know. My allergies have been so bad already.
I know. I normally already start the day with just like a cup of hot water with lemon just to help with digestion, like set the tone for the day. Why do you recommend adding the other things in?
So the ginger is there mainly as a digestive neutral entity. It's there to flush any bad toxins that you might have. If you're having nausea or just a bad stomach in general, it'll calm that and make you feel so much better. Not to mention, all three ingredients together help freshen breath in the morning if anyone has
definitely.
trouble with that.
Interesting.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'll have to try all of that for sure. And that's all we have for today. Thanks for joining us.
For all the news you need to know when we're not on the air, check out our website, elonnewsnetwork.com.
Have a great day, Elon.